Hello everybody and welcome to What's in the Box. Today myself and John are having a look at Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Now, I'm going to say this now, we are both huge Fallout fans.
We are. If you hadn't noticed, with our power armor and various bits and bobs.
Yeah, and the uncounted hours of life lost to Fallout 4. And soon to Fallout 76.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's got some really interesting mechanics to it, but that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
So before we go off on pure tangent at the very start of the unboxing, let's stay on track. So what we have here.
This is the latest tabletop offering for the Fallout franchise. So this is Fallout Wasteland Warfare by Modiphius.
Yes, so it is a narrative skirmish wargame.
Okay.
So that is specifically how they describe it on the box.
Yep.
So I love the artwork on the front.
The artwork is awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome.
It's one of those IPs I've been waiting to hit the tabletop for ages and ages and ages.
In a war game style, because there is the more board game style from FFG.
Yeah, FFG have done their. It's more of a top level exploration game.
Yeah.
Whereas this is
like the arriving on the wargaming tables now.
Yeah, and this is more along the lines of this is how it would feel to play with a group of friends in Fallout, which is something I've wanted for years. Thanks, Bethesda. So, first thing we come to is tokens.
Tokens. Lots
of tokens. So we get 2 sheets thereof, and with it being a 2-player starter set, you have doubles up of everything for your players, so you're measuring and stuff like that.
Yep.
We then come down the mat.
Yes.
I'm actually very happy with this mat. And there's a very simple reason for that. It's mat.
It's a mat.
It's a mat, yeah. So anybody who thinks I've gone crazy, no, I have not. It basically means that this does not have a shiny surface to it. So if we get a chance to play this under camera, it's not going to be us taking a can of Army Paint or anti-shine to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the resolution on it, pretty nice.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah,
and don't forget as well that battle systems also have the red rocket that you can put onto this as well.
Yes. Now, I do hope to see like a neoprene version of this at some point.
I would really hope someone like
Deep Cut or Game.eu or some of the guys out there that do this.
Yeah.
So you get 2 of these in your box, and I've completely messed up.
Yeah, you fold it up wrong. Okay, try it that way.
I'll let you do this.
Okay.
So you go. So you get 2 thereof, and then we come into some more of the meaty bits of the box. So we have the campaign handbook. I like the fact that you're instantly looking to do campaign stories with this.
Yes.
That's one of the key components of Fallout is you're telling stories.
Yeah,
and you're exploring a world. So this book I will probably spend a lot of time with. We then come to, what is this? Rules of Play. So this is basically
the rule book.
Yeah. And it's reasonably hefty.
Yeah.
So for what's coming in this box, you're going to have a bit of time reading through this. We then have, what is this? Getting acclimated. So I'm guessing this is more of a
quick start,
your first
perhaps?
games. Yeah. So in fact, if I open this up, I love the fact that they've been able to access all the artwork and stuff from the Fallout universe. And yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is going to be taking you through your first bits of a game. Cool. Right, we drill down. Because there are a lot of tokens, I like to see this.
They've given us baggies.
Yeah. It's such a simple thing, but so many companies miss out on it.
Yeah, so nice touch there. That's good.
We then have our different types of dice. Now, I did actually do a video at Essen last year showing off some of the base mechanics. I'm not sure if they've changed since then, but maybe worth going back and checking it out.
Yeah.
We then have our 2 types of cards. So we have our character cards, and we have our item cards. Whoa! Okay, you get a lot of item cards.
A lot of item cards.
That makes me happy, because it means that even though the miniatures aren't customizable, the actual gameplay is.
Yeah.
So if you want to try opening that.
Okay.
Oh, and there's actually stat cards in here for stuff that's not in here, because the first one I see is an alien.
Right.
There's not an alien in there, is there?
No, there's not an alien.
So, like I said, you have an alien stat card in here, which is quite nice. So, you can see he's got the whole special down the side here. You've got armor types down the bottom, and I think this is just the base of what the person is, and then whenever it comes to the actual weapons, they're what's going to generate your dice and stuff. So you've got the Soul Survivor, who I do know you do get in this this set, and they have a special role dog handler. Dogs can something using perception. If Soul Survivor is heroic, nearby dogs at the start of their activation also are also heroic during this activation. Oh, that's nice. So I'm guessing we're going to have everything that's in the box and a few more bits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, Soul Survivor Day 1 and Soul Survivor. Is there... Yeah, so Soul Survivor Day 1 looks to be lower static, which is interesting.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, you've then got Settlers, Enslaved Techs, you've got Dog Meat, you've got Mutant Hounds, you've got Super Mutants, you've got Brutes, you've got Super Mutant Aviator, you've got your Deathclaw, and Aspirant Goddard. Okay, that I'm not so sure of. Because I wouldn't have assumed an Aspirant would be in power armor. For the ranking system within the Brotherhood. I think it's Knight.
Knight, I think, is the lowest rank, as far as Fallout 4 goes, as I know. But Fallout 4 can be subject to change.
Yep, and then we've got some other bits in here. I'm not sure what these do. Are these possibly AI cards of some sort?
They could well be, because you do have an AI deck in this.
So perhaps this might be for your AI. I am honestly not sure.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see, because we have to look through the thing. There are then some Super Mutant and Survivor action cards for telling you what you're doing. And then you've got some objectives and AI responses. Ah, so there's AI stuff.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So that's your stat cards and some other bits.
Item cards.
Yes.
Item cards are basically everything in the game.
Really?
Yeah, there is basically everything in there. There's weapon types, foods, healing
I'm just
stuff.
going to cut this randomly. So,
yeah.
First we get Blood Pack, Mutant Hound Meat, .44 revolver. You've got your hunting rifles. You've got T60 power armor. Nice. You've got Lucky Bounce. I'm guessing there's more than action, or more than item cards.
Yeah, it looks like there's perk cards and stuff in there as well.
Gun Nut Rifle. Yeah, so there's some additional stuff in here. And then you've got Unexpected Presence at the Refinery. So this could be some mission cards too.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a good mix of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy.
Okay.
Now, the minis.
Minis.
And
let's preface this by saying that this is the PVC set.
Yeah.
And that some people have been able to get it as a resin set.
Yeah.
And I hope among hope that the expansions are going to be in the resin as well.
Yeah. This is the bit of the box where we opened it up, we were really excited, and okay, everybody knows I don't do negative reviews generally. I was disappointed.
And as was I, unfortunately. But I've heard people say that the resins are a lot tidier and a lot cleaner. So I'm hoping, like I said, the expansions come in resin.
Yeah.
Or maybe a harder plastic.
Yeah. It's... Alright, so it's billed as a skirmish game.
Yes.
Having looked at these miniatures before we went on camera, they're board game quality is what I would say. That is how I would describe them.
These PVC miniatures in particular are what we would expect from a board game more than anything. So let's have a look at the T60 power armor first, because everybody will understand this.
Yeah, now there are a couple of gripes I have for this miniature.
Okay.
And I'm just going to quickly point them out, okay?
Yeah.
So, number one, the laser rifle is a little bit skewed. It's actually a little bit bent. But that's something we're quite used to. One thing I'm not used to is actually, if you look at his feet, see the way one of them is meant to have that foot flat, but you can actually see it's tilted up. I think that's a quality control issue wherever these are being put together.
Yeah.
It's just they're being very quickly put together and not a lot of care and attention. Because you can see he looks as if he's leaning back.
Yeah.
Whenever he should just be really planted. And that's one of the things. This is one of the iconic pieces from the box. You expect the power armor to be big, chunky, sitting heavy. It looks like he's on his tiptoes.
It does a little bit. Let's have a look at Nora, or our Soul Survivor. Now, again, soft plastic, so there's a couple of little flexes and stuff in the material.
Yeah, but they bounce.
I don't mind her, though, as quality. I don't mind that.
Yeah, again, the things like the little bends are fixable.
Yes.
You know, a little touch of hot water should do the job on that. Detail-wise, it's a little soft.
Yeah.
But again, it's a PVC variant. You know, I expect the resins will probably be a lot sharper. Now, I would love to have at least one of the resins sitting here so I can just compare the sharpness levels.
Yeah.
But I can tell it's the character.
Yeah,
you know, sure we can play with it.
So let's look at the two. We have two settlers here.
Yep.
And then we have one that I'm going to do an experiment on live on camera.
Yes. Yeah, so not bad. I mean, this guy looks like he's leaning back a little bit, but again, that can be fixed.
Yeah, again, I'm not too worried about how they've been assembled in the factory, because I totally understand there's been a lot of demand for this game to come out.
Yeah.
So, you know, timing and stuff and amount of production has been really pushed to get the game out.
Yeah.
We've seen on the run up to release of this, we've seen several delays, and Modiphius have come out and apologized several times about delays, and it's been a month, then another month, then another month, and that is the nature of when you're playing with an IP that is starting to really gain a lot of traction off the back of Fallout 4 and the lead up to Fallout 76. There's a lot of people wanting to take this to the tabletop.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I mean, like, people misconstrue the size of companies in our industry a lot.
Yeah.
So whenever Modiphius got their hands on this, they are still not a huge company. You're not dealing with Hasbro.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like, it's one of those things. They've went to this, it has went nuclear, and perhaps the capacity just wasn't there yet.
It was a terrible pun.
Oh, I know.
It went nuclear.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, good.
And the capacity wasn't there. Here, come here.
So
this is the one.
This is the one.
Yeah. So whenever we opened the box, we had a few like this that we had to repair. So John was going to try and fix these on camera. This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Again, this is that quality control I was talking about.
Yeah.
These are being cast, and while they're still hot, they're going on the bases, and they're bending.
Yeah. The other issue is the actual things that hold the minis in the box.
Yeah, that vacuum form.
These trays haven't been designed with enough room to let the model snugly sit down. So what happens is when you put all your paperwork and stuff on top of that, you're putting the pressure on the base.
Yeah.
The base is then applying the pressure to the back of the mini, and that is forcing most of that bend to come in.
My thinking is this has possibly been built in the factory and set up like that, and just with the heat, it's just bent forward.
I would disagree and say it's the tray that's causing the most of the harm here. Because we fixed Nora, and she is actually starting to like lean over again after we put her back in the box.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a tray issue.
Try and fix this then.
Let's fix it.
As long as we haven't waffled so long that your hot water has went cold.
Right.
Is it still hot?
Yes. So we have 2 cups.
Yeah.
Can we get this under a camera?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So white cup is hot water. Black cup is cold water.
There you go, sir.
Is it still hot enough? Yeah, it'll be fine. So we're gonna dip our guy in.
Yeah.
And we'll hold him for a little bit. This is the joy of having the PVC stuff. If the PVC stuff had been higher quality out of the mold, I would have totally accepted that.
Okay.
Because it's easy to fix.
Yeah.
So let's just swish him around a little bit, and as you can see now, he's a little looser on the base because this stuff acts essentially like resin. When you heat it up, it becomes soft.
Dip him deeper.
Yeah, deeper. He's bent at the ankles, dude. He's not bent at the knees.
Yeah, but his ankles were out of the water.
They're not out of the water. See, he's arguing. He's being pedantic with me again.
Of course.
So he's now at the consistency of like really, really like thick jelly.
Yeah.
So what we do is we hold him like this for a few seconds, back up in the pose we want him to. What I'm going to do is brace my finger underneath the back of the base, so I can retain that sort of right angle pose, and then dip him into the cold water, and that will just accelerate the cooling of this and then solidify the material up again. So this should only take a few seconds. So, and he's now standing straight.
Yeah.
Put him back under close there for us, and
so
that is
from the seriously severe bend we had. It is very quick to fix this.
Yeah. Do not do this without heating the model in warm water first, because what will happen is that the PVC will tear.
Yeah.
It will actually stress and it will tear.
Yeah, but you can see that has came right back in. So I mean, like that's really good that you're able to actually fix it so quickly.
Yeah. I would say as a painter, I wouldn't mind painting these, but I would want to take a lot of prep time on them if you have the PVC set and you really want to paint them.
Yeah. Now, I do like that each one of them has its own scenic base.
Yes. That is something that I like, because it means you're not going to third-party stuff to try and find something that matches Fallout when you have Fallout-style bases right here. Yeah,
but like you yourself have said, I want resin.
I want resin purely for the quality aspect. Yeah.
Okay, now we still have the Super Mutant and Mr. Deathclaw to go. So who would you like to do next?
Let's check out one of the Super. I think this is the Aviator.
Yeah, he's got the Aviator hat on.
I don't actually mind these guys. I don't know.
These are quite nice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think these would be nicer to paint.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, they're bigger. I mean, the detail quality is pretty much on par with the other ones.
Yeah.
But I think there feels just to be a bit more detail to them.
I think, and they haven't suffered the same amount of flex because there's just more material present.
Yeah, it's stronger because it's bigger.
Yeah.
Again, I like the fact that you've got this nice scenic base that actually feels like they're placed in the wasteland.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of the others.
Right, let's...
no, there's something I'm not so fond of.
What's that?
Which is unfortunate. So you see the base?
Oh, the base has a bit of a warp to it?
It's got a little warp to it, but that's nothing huge.
Again, warm water will sort that out.
Yeah.
Let's take 2 of the others then.
Alright, so what do we got here? Yeah, and we can see with this guy, he's got a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
And because of the material, yeah, there's just a little bit of a bend in there, but hot water fixes that, not a problem.
I like the pipe rifle on the other one.
The pipe rifle?
The pipe rifle is actually kind of sweet.
It is, although the details are still a little soft in places. I mean, his face is a little soft.
But the super mutants are a little bit soft in the features anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like, not bad. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's parts where there are plates and stuff on the miniature where I wish they had sat out a little more. The material was a little thicker there.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me. What else we got?
We have our 2 hounds.
Okay, hounds. Hounds are actually quite good.
The hounds are nice. I do like the hounds. And finally, we have, if you want to take it off, the Deathclaw.
Alright, now this is the big bad. And yeah, warp base again.
Warp base, but again, I don't mind that so much. If you've done the hot water thing with it, great.
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
Yeah, although that's something I'm. Oh, actually no. Sorry, I thought I saw some mold slippage here when I looked inside the tower, but it's actually a rock following through.
Yeah. To be fair, for PVCs, these are still pretty decent.
I would still say they're board game quality.
I mean, more than likely are, yes, but I still quite like them. The more I look at them, the more I think, well, if I just do a little bit of cleanup here, a little bit of cleanup there, these are ready to paint. Let's just go for it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. I would maybe have liked these coming unbuilt.
No, not in a 2-player starter. I would rather Modiphius sell me a PVC 2-player starter, knowing that every expansion I buy, I'm going to get higher quality minis that are going to be in resin, and I can keep this separate. I can take the paperwork out of this, and I could ignore the minis in here. These minis are just here for me to start to learn. And if I like the game system, then I go and buy the expansions.
See, for me, I would prefer to have them unbuilt. That way I could actually do that prep work a lot easier. Even some of the painting work, getting in behind and some stuff.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
You know, for something that's designed to be a war game, we're hobbyists. You know, this I can see what they've done here with the marketing of it. They're looking at it going, someone is going to see that on a shelf and go, oh, that's Fallout. I'm a Fallout fan. I'm not a miniatures fan, but I want some Fallout stuff.
This is the kind of product you would see in a bookstore or Waterstones, something like that.
Yeah.
You'll pick it off the shelf.
It's that crossover.
Yeah, you'll pick it off the shelf because it's Fallout.
Yeah.
But then, if you play it and you enjoy it, and you go looking for Modiphius' website or the online stores and stuff like that, and you find out, oh, I can buy Brotherhood of Steel now.
Yeah. And
then you get those in and you go, here's my hobby, because here's my, hopefully, resin minis.
Possibly, yeah.
Those are the higher quality ones, and let's go with it.
Yeah.
Dog meat.
Oh.
We forgot the Doge.
Oh, Doge.
We forgot him.
Again,
he's a little
soft. But I would want just a little more detail. Because, I mean, like, I'm sure the files are there, the talent is there in Modiphius to do really high-end sculpts. The PVC, I think, the material itself is just letting them down a little bit.
And I think that's all it's letting them down, because when you look at these character cards and stuff like that, these are the 3D renders that they've been using.
They are. Razor sharp.
Yeah, and the renders are perfect. They are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And that's what they've been pitching to the fan base all the way up through production.
Yeah.
This is the kind of quality that we can come up with.
Yeah.
And they showed resins, and the resins were still pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
They were far better than these.
Yeah. Well, we now have a 2-player starter set in front of us, John.
Yeah.
I assume you're going Settlers.
Of course.
All right, so...
And if I get into the game properly, it'll be Brotherhood of Steel.
Of course.
Because I am not helping other settlements.
All right, well, I tell you what, the only thing left for us to do is to take this off camera and maybe come back at some point and talk about the gameplay.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have a game to ourselves some Sunday or something like that, and just see what we think.
See if we can figure it out and see if... Because if the system's great, if a game system is absolutely fabulous, you can forgive a lot for the miniatures.
Yeah.
But it's finding out, is that system great or no?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I tell you what, everybody, drop your comments down below, tell us what you think. For me, this one's just on the razor's edge. You know, I think the PVC's letting them down. I think maybe if we get some resins in and get a look at those, we'll maybe see a world of difference. And if you've actually played this game yourself, drop your comments below for what you think of the actual game system.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. We'll see you again very soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now, and be sure to check out beastsofwar.com for the latest gaming news and gaming Let's Plays. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.